It's the building that was opened the year the franchise became known as the Titans. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Well, it's official. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in Week 9. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The rookie from Florida in on that stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Herbert from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Here's the handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 now. Taken in by Shaheed. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it, 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Another Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. Herbert, quick out wide, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Levis from the shotgun. Completed to his running back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Hey, like 13. Like 13.
They'll run here on 1st down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Like 0. 0.
From the gun, Levis. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go.
They kick the running back in motion. Throwing his Levis on 3rd down. He fires one deep down the middle. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react? Read and react. You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. On the play fake, it's Levis. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4th.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun now for Levis. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Like 24.
Throwing is Levis. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Saints take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Gets him 5 back on that 1st down run. It's going to be 2nd and 15.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
5-9.
Another carry for him. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Call it 1 yard on the play. That leaves him with 3rd and 14.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He puts some power on a deep look. He's got it inside the 10. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Mo, what do you read it?
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Hauled in left side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 2nd and 3 now.
On, like 46.
Plowing up the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Give him 3 on that game. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Okonkwo brings it in. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Like 49.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
54.
They give it to him again. And what a hit there. Ouch, he pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Mike 0.
Running this one left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
On, like 9.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Saints take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Hey, Opie.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Ready.
Play action now for Herbert. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And they can go ahead. We're back for the start of the second. Saints have the ball and a chance at 6. On first down, they'll run. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bobbled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
21. Baylor tight.
Herbert now. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Crowd right. 59. Coleman troops right. Set.
On 3rd down, Herbert. It's a New Orleans touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31.
On 949.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
2nd and 4. That's complete to Jackson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Titans will have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
49, Mike 49.
Throwing now on first down, Levis. Pass brought in by Traylon Burks. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Like 13, like 13.
Now Levis. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 3 now.
Like 54.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. That throw finds Okonkwo. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Like 54, like 54. And 24, land up, sack, green 18, green. On.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
21 at the Saints 29-yard line.
29's down, 22, Rita.
Trying again following the sack. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Like 13.
Levis from the shotgun. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. The Titans going with a field goal unit here. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Now give left side. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
12. Go.
Right up the gut. And he's going to be blocked down after reaching the 43. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Herbert now off the play fake. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Titans take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, Brock, they could have gone run to set up 3rd and short, or they could air it out and try for more. They picked the latter, and the coverage was ready for it.
Sure was, Kate, and this is why playing this position, you've got to have a short memory. You must flush it. I love the decision to be aggressive. I always fall on that side of the coin, but when you throw a pick in that situation, such a manageable 2nd down, well, you got to learn from it, move on, and certainly flush it away.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Caleb Farley ranging over for that stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Mike 13. Mike 13.
Levis now against the blitz. That's complete to Dobbins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. Levis out of the pistol. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans make it an 11-point ball game. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Simple dive up the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Into the hands of Olave. It's a pickup of 11. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Herbert escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Hey, ram. Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Titans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Like zero.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. On the play fake, it's Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Nashville. It's the Titans in an unenviable 3rd and pretty far. Levis. He's on the move. Has it left side block, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. I'm going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
And that hits and heads out beyond the 45, but short of the 40.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Handoff now from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
This is complete to Olave. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
First down, Saints.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. This one's caught. It's Shaheed near the sideline. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ready.
1st and 10, Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go.
Herbert to throw once more. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger.
He'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. 4 yards, narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Groupie. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Mickatommy's kick is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
Like 24.
1st and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Set.
From the gun, Levis. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Caleb Farley has it. And the Saints might be able to get some points late after the interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Set.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Set.
Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to the back. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Like 46.
Here's 2nd and 11. Ooh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. Give him 13 on that play. And the Titans will have a first down.
Well, that short pass gets tipped, and you then don't have much time to react to the catch. But he brings it in anyway to save the completion.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Hey, come on.
Shotgun now for Levis. On target to Dobbins. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Like 49. Like 49.
Here's the handoff. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
454, like 54. What?
Throwing is Levis. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Oh, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Mike 0, Mike 0.
Levis now off the play fake. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Hold on.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 4th and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 25. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll run here on 1st down. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Okonkwo brings it in. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Like 5-4.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal.
Like 13. Like 13.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Offense in the hurry up here. Fullback trying to power it across. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. No gain on the play, and they remain just short of the end zone. It's 4th and goal. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Like 54. Like 54.
They'll go Levis. And he'll score! Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Samuel now to return it. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Herbert on first down. Headed out right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Titans have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half a football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
Bails out of the pocket quick. On him quick, and they bring him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Here we go.
Third and long, here's Levis. He sends this one to the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. He'll throw it. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And the Saints have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's 2nd and 5. Short pass caught by his tight end. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
All set up now for 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Herbert now off the play fake. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, New Orleans. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Like 54.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That finds Burks, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Working quickly here. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Short pass brought in. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Like zero.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Come on. Set.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he tried to find some room outside, but there was nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. 22 Linda.
Levis now against the blitz. This is reeled in by Jackson. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
God, like zero.
On the play fake, it's Levis. Hauled in by Dobbins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
This defense did the best they could to track him as he ran all the way across the field, but eventually, you're just going to lose him. And that's when a completion was made and turned it into a significant gain.
Diamond.
Going ground on 1st and goal. We'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set him up with a feint one way, and then you hit him with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell and stopping you from reaching that end zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this one doesn't go far. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Herbert now. It's caught right side by Johnson. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Offense up to the line fast. On 3rd and 2, Herbert. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's a give up the middle. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Go. Kaplan.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 34. It is caught left side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They're now set for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Give now to the running back. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Play action now for Herbert. Vacates quickly left side. Cut near the goal line. It's a New Orleans touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints double their lead to 14.
Titans 24. Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Mike 49.
Plowing up the middle. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Mike 5.
Levis from the shotgun. That'll be complete to Burks. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Hand up.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Going to the ground again on first. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You're sure happy with that offensively when you can hit a defense where it hurts, right in the middle of the field. And doing it on the counter, just simply overpowering them with their blocking, makes it that much sweeter.
Defense showing blitz. Levis on target to Jackson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 33 yards. And the Titans will have a first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Levis now on first down. Brought in by Burks. And he's able to get this down to the 13. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Hey, come on, Smith. Here. Tight.
Here's Levis. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. But still plenty of options left on third and short. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Looking to throw on third and 2. Buys time, rolling right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
54.
They throw it out quick to the left. What a call. They wind up with 12 on fourth down and pull off the conversion.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal.
Mike zero.
He tries to sneak it. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Titans now within 1 score in the fourth. Will Levis with a touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. The fact that they pulled that out on a first and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did. And I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go. And that group certainly was.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, go Lions. Hey, easy. We'll go orange.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Spins out, breaks through, and he might break away. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Set.
Now run here with Blake Corum. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has him on the quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up here. Throwing on first is Herbert. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints double their lead to 14.
Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Hold on, like 90.
Shotgun now for Levis. And they pick him off again. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Saints get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. On the play fake, it's Herbert. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
5-9. Hey, Ray.
Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Set. Set.
Working inside the red zone. Setting up the screen. Bouncing football. And that bounces out before anyone can make a recovery. They're going to have this one inside the 10. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Let's go, let's go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Stay in there tight. Set.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Set.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal.
Real hot.
Back-to-back carries here. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
He has it on the QB sneak. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Saints make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Justin Herbert with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints stretch their lead to 21.
Blake Grumpy to kick off for the Saints.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
On, Mike 49.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Tonight. Destroy.
From the 36. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
22 Rita. 49, Mike 49. Heroes down, 90 down, 49 Rita. 20 Rita.
From the gun, Levis. Lays out left side and gets it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Like 5-4.
They motion the tight end over. Throwing now on 1st down, Levis. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Like 13.
Running back sent in motion. Levis throwing again. Complete. It's Weaver. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Titans trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Third and just 2 to go.
Like 54.
Levis. He has the first over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a gain of 4. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Like 54. Like 54.
Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Like 13. Like 13.
Throwing it again here. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll throw it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Levis out of the pistol. Has it at the 7. And he's got enough to move the sticks. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Levis from the shotgun. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Titans keeping their offense on the field. Love it. They're trying for 2. He's throwing for it. And he'll get in, and they'll get a little closer as a result. The lead down to 13 now. Well, it may be stating the obvious, partner. I do that sometimes often, but tight ends, such a mismatch this close in. And no surprise, they win his way for that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it's one of those guys, security blanket. Whether he's designed read or not, this quarterback knows that tight end's a great outlet. Why? Because often they're bigger and they're stronger. Even if they're double teamed, there's still that chance to get that entry pass like a great post in basketball, and they know how to finish.
And that's recovered by the Saints, who are going to win this football game. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Well, even with that kick, wasn't much chance of pulling off the late comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I think we can take the fork out and you know where to put it.
Yeah, they went out swinging. They did everything that they could do, but it just shows you in the NFL, premium for possessions. And when you stall out early and you dig yourself this kind of hole, awfully hard to come back and win.
And what a hit there. Ouch, he pays the price for moving the chains that time.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion.
Ready.
They're going to run on 1st down with Corum. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
So this a win on the road for the Saints. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Saints as we say goodbye from Nashville.
Do what I should, like. Point, like. Do what I could, like. Point, like.